Hi, Leo. Welcome to your monthly reading for December 2025. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I love doing monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into your reading. Keep in mind this is a general message, so whatever comes up, comes up. Also, please do not try and force a reading you see online to fit your specific personal situation. If it's not resonating, it's probably a message for another Leo out there. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Spiritual team, Numinous Astro deck, what messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? Let's see, what do we have? Okay, we have the third house. So the third house rules communication, thought processes, socializing, your immediate like local community, so like your neighbors, your neighborhood. It's going to also rule, in my opinion, social media, just presenting ideas and thoughts essentially is the biggest one. Next we have the numinous. I'm not familiar with this particular card, so it's the unknown, ESP, psychic abilities, universal truth, inner knowing, shadow work, the occult, intuition. Okay, so that's the numinous card, which I think fits well with the third house because it rules what's going on up here and what we're saying out here, right? So next we have Pluto, the planet of transformation, death and rebirth, secrets, power dynamics. Okay, destruction and recreation. And at the bottom of the deck we have the North Node. Wow. Leos. This is like destiny level stuff. I'm getting like this message of like being mentally aligned, but also like speaking your world into existence with the third house. And then Pluto, it's definitely giving like an overhaul. It's giving some sort of shift or change or a need to shift and change, which I think has been coming up for almost every single sign this month in these readings. But I feel like all of this, and it's not going to be easy. Pluto is a very heavy planet, heavy energy, so deep transformation. So this feels like an overhaul of like how you think, how you communicate, how you relate to people, even. But ultimately, like this is pushing you towards your greater purpose and helping you align with your greater purpose. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see what comes up for you guys. Spiritual team, Divine Feminine Tarot, what messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? Let's see. What do we have? Queen of Wands, period. We have Six of Cups. Okay, the Hierophant in reverse. Time to get unconventional. Strength in reverse. Five of Wands. You are all over this reading. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords, Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, Three of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers. Wow. I mean, it's time to get creative and it's time to take action, is basically what this is telling me, especially with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Like, come on. It's time to take charge. It's time to go after what it is that you want because it's not coming to you. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys, like, say this is someone who's been putting in job applications. You've been putting in job applications. You've been waiting for your fish to come in, basically. Like, you threw out the net and you're waiting for the fish to come to you. Spirit's saying you got to get in the water. You need what is that little spear? Those little spear things. You need a spear and you need to chase these fish down because these fish are not coming to you, basically. So for a lot of you, I feel like this is a new strategy in terms of like how you approach things, even your goals, your dreams, your opportunities, the way you socialize, the way you network, the way you sell things. Okay, this could really be applied to any aspect of your life. So it would be really interesting to see like what is sitting in your third house in your natal chart, what planets are sitting in your third house, what sign is in your third house, and where Pluto is currently sitting. So Pluto's currently in the sign of Aquarius. What house do you have Aquarius in? So Aquarius for me is in my 8th house. So I'm doing a lot of transformation in terms of like fears, intimacy, shared, resources, debt, things like that. So there's a big overhaul in that department for me. And essentially, Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 or so years. So for the next 20-ish years, what are you overhauling? What are you breaking down to rebuild? Essentially. So if it's in your third house, if Pluto is sitting in your third house right now and you have Aquarius in your third house, you are doing an overhaul of basically how you relate to people, how you take in and communicate information about yourself, about the world, about whatever. Like, it's a huge overhaul. But also there's going to be a lot of challenges in that department. So you may, say something that offends somebody, and now you got to go and learn how not to do that again, or educate yourself on why that is offensive. Or maybe, you are a salesperson and the tactics you've been using for the last 20 years have been working. Now they're not anymore. Now you got to approach it differently, especially with like new generations coming up and growing up. Let's say you're a car salesman. You can't approach a Gen Z or Gen Alpha person the same way you approach a boomer or a Gen X person. Like, different tactics, different selling points, even for some people. So you got to take that into consideration, especially if you're in sales. But in general, Leos, you guys being very social and creative people, this is really going to help you in any aspect of your life. Because if I know my Leos love to socialize and they love to talk. So this is going to be huge for you. So this month in particular, I feel like that is going to be your primary focus, is really fine tuning, but also maybe even learning how to be a little bit more assertive, a little bit more strategic in the way that you communicate and what type of information you share with people. I'm not saying like be secretive or anything like that, but I mean, some of you guys could be revealing secrets too, but for the most part, I feel like this is kind of an overhaul. This is really being a little bit more proactive in how you communicate to other people. Okay, so take how that resonates. Let's see if there's anything else I'm seeing. I mean, Queen of Wands is so you on top of the King of Swords. So it's like using that charm and then pairing it with strategy, right? So whenever I see the King of Swords, this is the King of strategy. This is the King of intellectual pursuits. They are a master of whatever they study. They are like the chess champion. Like, this is a very intellectually driven person. Then you have the Queen of Wands, who's very charming, who's very magnetic, who's very poised, who's very gorgeous. She or they or he really knows how to just be the life of the party. And not only that, the Queen of Wands is also very magical. So this is someone who potentially could speak their dreams, their goals into existence. So be really careful about what you say about yourself, what you say about your particular situation this month, because I feel like you could easily manifest that. So if you're talking negatively about yourself or you're talking negatively about your circumstances, you could very well manifest more of that negative aspect of it. So I would just say be extremely careful, especially if you are in a place where like you're not where you want to be financially or want to be emotionally. Like, be really careful. Change the I'm broke to the I'm still searching for my next opportunity. I'm still working towards financial freedom. I'm still working towards my happiness. I'm still working towards my joy, my purpose, whatever. Just changing it. And again, we don't have to go into the toxic positivity shit. Just shifting how we talk about it, just slightly, like kind of tricking our brains into thinking like, oh, I'm not broke. I'm just working towards my next opportunity. I'm working towards my financial freedom. I'm working towards my abundance still. Okay. So just spinning it. It's all about the spin, baby. That's basically what this is giving me. It's all about the spin. Okay. Even when we're down and out, when we feel like we don't have any fight left to give in us, with the strength card in reverse, we're losing our patience. Okay. Especially for those of you that are taking like the non-traditional route of like career pursuits or income pursuits or whatever. Like, if you're pursuing something that is outside of like societal norm, you kind of have to, hype yourself up a little bit Not only that, you got to be more assertive because them fish are not coming to you. So go after it and make sure you're talking like the person you want to be perceived as. Okay. That's going to be key. That is going to be key. Also, making the right decisions for yourself. Okay. Being really smart, being really discerning about what decisions you make this month is going to be so important. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde. We still got the shadow nonsense happening the first couple of weeks of December. So there is still some room for like confusion or conflicting ideas or conflicting desires, conflicted on what decisions to make, what paths to take. So just being really conscious of like every decision I make is going towards my future self, is going towards my future goals, and really getting clear on what that path looks like and really being discerning of like, this does not align with that. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to move in this direction instead and focus my time and attention on this because this is important. And I also feel like a lot of you guys may be struggling internally with like motivation, maybe with this Five of Wands. You could be fighting with your own motivation. You could be fighting with your own mentality. Some of you guys may be really hard on yourselves right now, especially with the Strength card in reverse. You guys may be really, really hard on yourselves right now. So you really got to fight that and basically tell your insecurities to shut the fuck up and sit down. I tell that to them all the time. I'm not even kidding. When I start to get in those moods or in the mindset of like, oh my God, what's the point? I'm not good at this. I basically have to like look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, bitch, shut the fuck up and sit down. We're doing this, whether you like it or not, whether you think we can do it or not, we're doing it. Because other people are doing it out there, so why can't I? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that noise. Tell that bitch to sit down and shut the fuck up. Okay. But ultimately, that is what I'm seeing for you guys this month. So, again, just be really careful about how you talk to yourself, what you speak into existence, and be more assertive when it comes to achieving your goals, pursuing your goals, and putting yourselves out there because those fish are not coming to you. Okay. You gotta go get them. Get that spear out and go fishing, honey. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with an oracle deck. Before I do that, though, Leos, I do bonus readings for the top 3 zodiac signs that engage the most of my content at the beginning of the month. So if you want a love reading and another general reading, please like this video, please engage with this video, leave a comment, something. Let me know that you want to be running to become America's Next Top Model, just for the bonus readings. And also, I do offer personal one-on-one readings. So if I didn't really touch on a topic that you were hoping to get clarity on, or you do resonate with this reading and you want more clarity on this, I do offer personal readings. You can DM me on TikTok or Instagram. My handles are below in the description box. Please only use those handles. If someone comes to you saying that they're me and they want to offer you a reading, it is a scam. I never reach out to anybody first, especially if I have not worked with you before. Okay? That is my sales pitch. Let's close this out. Spiritual Team, Numerology Manifestation Oracle. What final messages do you have for the Leo Collective? Excuse me. What final messages do you have for the Leo Collective? We have first quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. Interesting. It is literally the exact opposite what I've told them, Spirit. How you know what they're saying? It's like, be humble because you're probably going to make mistakes, especially when it comes to communication. You're going to mess up. You are going to maybe have the wrong information. Like, there's going to be moments where you feel challenged or you feel like you aren't capable of doing it. I'm like, as long as you're not dead or canceled, like, you have the ability to change, grow, and do better. So just be humble, be open to criticism, be open to feedback where it feels aligned. And also just, hype yourself up, but also be open to learning. I think is really the key here, is finding that balance, right? Okay. Next, we have New Moon and Aries. Go for it. And yeah, that's what I told you. Be assertive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Okay, sorry. I'm so silly. I'm so sorry. All right, final card at the bottom of the deck. First quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. And I literally said that. I literally said that, bitch. When your girl is right, I'm right. Okay. Um, yeah, you got to get out of your own way. You got to, just go for it. I'm serious. Put yourself out there. These fish are not coming to you, but you got to find that balance, like staying out of your head, speaking your world into existence while also being humble enough to be able to take feedback and learn from your mistakes, or learn that maybe you don't have all the answers or you don't have it all figured out. All right, Leos, I know you guys can figure it out. I have faith in you. Again, please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe share this with another Leo if you feel like it would resonate for them. If you want to see more content from me, I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. Like I said, my handles are below in the description box, and that is where you can DM me to book a personal reading until I get my website set up. Okay. And always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate the support. I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.